Hey, listen up for a second. What if I told you that the brain you woke up with this morning isn't the best it can be? Not even close. We all have this incredible supercomputer sitting right between our ears, but most of us are running on old software. We get stuck in these ruts, feeling a little foggy, a little slow, and we just accept it. We think, well, I guess this is just how I am. But that's where you're wrong. Your brain has this amazing ability to change, to grow, to get sharper, to get faster, to get more creative, no matter how old you are. It's a scientific fact called neuroplasticity. You don't need some miracle pill or a fancy, expensive program to unlock this power. The secret isn't in some grand, sweeping gesture you'll give up on in a week. It's in the small stuff. These are the little hinges that swing big doors. We're going to walk through 10 of these habits one by one. Each one is backed by real science. Each one can make a noticeable difference in how you think, how you feel, and how you perform. Get ready, your upgrade is about to begin. The promise is simple. Small habits, done consistently, deliver massive gains. Think about it. You wouldn't get fit by going to the gym once for 8 hours, right? Of course not. You go 30 minutes, a few times a week. Your brain works the same way. By making small adjustments to your daily routine, you're not just hoping for a better brain, you're actively building one. Improve your focus, sharpen your memory, boost your mental energy. Stop coasting, start taking the driver's seat. Don't just read this, engage. When an idea clicks, make a mental note. Better yet, write it down. Fit just one habit into your life tomorrow, not next week, not next month, tomorrow. The journey isn't a marathon you have to sprint, it's small, confident steps. The first step is deciding you're ready to take control. So, are you ready? Let's get into it. All right, let's start with the absolute bedrock of brain health, sleep. I know, you've heard it a million times. But are you really listening? So many of us treat sleep like a luxury, something we can cut back on when we're busy. That's a huge mistake. Think of sleep as your brain's nightly janitorial service. While you're snoozing, your brain is hard at work, clearing out all the toxic junk, metabolic waste that builds up during the day. This process is crucial for preventing that brain fog feeling and keeping your cognitive pathways clear and efficient. But good sleep does more than just clean house. It's also when your brain consolidates memories, transferring important information from your short-term inbox to your long-term storage. That project you worked on, that new skill you learned, your brain locks it all in while you're dreaming. Aiming for a solid 7 to 9 hours isn't just a suggestion, it's a non-negotiable for peak mental performance. So, how do you become a sleep champion? It starts with consistency. Your brain loves a routine. Try to go to bed around the same time every day, wake up around the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Next, create a wind-down ritual. About an hour before bed, it's time to power down. That means turning off the bright screens, your phone, your tablet, your TV. The blue light they emit tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, suppressing the release of melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Instead of scrolling, pick up a real book. Listen to some calm music or a podcast. Maybe do some light stretching or take a warm bath. Make your bedroom a sanctuary for sleep. Keep it dark, keep it quiet, keep it cool. These aren't just nice ideas. They are practical, actionable steps you can take tonight to give your brain the restorative rest it desperately needs. Which part of your wind-down routine are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. Next up, let's talk about something that will feel good right away: moving your body. If sleep is your brain's maintenance crew, then exercise is its delivery service. When you get your heart rate up, you're not just working your muscles, you're pumping oxygen-rich blood straight to your brain. This increased blood flow is like a super shot of nourishment for your neurons. It helps them function better, communicate more effectively, and even grow. Physical activity stimulates the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Think of it as fertilizer for your brain cells, promoting growth and strengthening connections. You don't have to become a marathon runner or a bodybuilder to reap these rewards. The science is clear that even moderate, consistent exercise makes a huge impact. We're talking about a brisk 20 to 30-minute walk, a dance session in your living room, a quick bike ride around the neighborhood. This kind of movement has been proven to improve memory, sharpen focus, and enhance your ability to switch between tasks. It's also one of the most powerful and immediate stress busters available. Feeling overwhelmed or stuck on a problem? Get up and move. A short walk can do wonders to clear your head and spark new ideas. So how do you make this a habit? The key is to lower the barrier to entry. Don't tell yourself you need to hit the gym for an hour every day. That's a recipe for failure. Instead, find ways to inject movement into your existing routine. Maybe you can take a 15-minute walk during your lunch break. Or try habit stacking. Right after you finish your morning coffee, do 10 minutes of stretching or a few simple bodyweight exercises like push-ups, squats. The goal is to make it so easy that you can't say no. Another great trick is to use movement as a reset button. When you feel your focus starting to fade while you're working, set a timer for 5 minutes and just move. Do some jumping jacks, run up and down the stairs, or put on your favorite song and dance it out. It might feel silly at first, but that quick burst of activity will reset your brain, shake off the fatigue, and leave you feeling more energized and ready to tackle your work again. Remember, it's not about intensity, it's about consistency. What's one small way you can move your body tomorrow? You've heard the saying, "You are what you eat." Well, that's especially true for your brain. The food you put into your body directly impacts your cognitive function. It impacts your mood. It impacts your energy levels. Think of your brain as a high-performance engine. It needs premium fuel to run at its best. Feeding it junk is like putting cheap, dirty gas in a Ferrari. Highly processed foods, sugary snacks, refined carbohydrates. It'll sputter. It may stall. It will perform poorly. These foods can cause inflammation and oxidative stress. So, what's the premium fuel? Whole, nutrient-dense foods. Healthy fats are key, especially omega-3 fatty acids. Salmon, sardines, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds. These fats are building blocks for brain cells. Antioxidants are critical. They protect your brain from free radical damage. Load up on colorful fruits and vegetables, blueberries, spinach, broccoli. These foods pack vitamins and minerals to keep you sharp and resilient. Making the switch doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start small. Pick one thing to change this week. Swap your afternoon bag of chips for a handful of walnuts or an apple. Add a side of leafy greens to dinner, spinach, kale. Another simple habit. Hydration. Your brain is about 75% water. Mild dehydration can impair your focus. It can hurt your memory. It worsens decision-making. Start the day with a big glass of water. Keep a water bottle handy to sip all day. Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. Focus on adding more good foods, not just cutting junk. Fill up on nutrient-rich foods so you crave less junk. Try this 1-week challenge. Add one brain-boosting food each day. Dark chocolate, 70% plus cacao. Turmeric sprinkled on eggs. A cup of green tea. Small additions add up to a major upgrade for your brain's performance. In our hyper-connected, always-on world, our brains are constantly being bombarded with information. Pings, dings, notifications, emails. It's a relentless stream of stimuli that keeps our minds in a state of high alert. This chronic stress and overstimulation is exhausting for your brain. It fries your focus and cripples your creativity. That's why one of the most powerful habits you can build is the simple act of taking a pause. I'm talking about mindfulness and meditation. Now, before you think this is some mystical, complicated practice, let's break it down. It's just about giving your brain a break. Mindfulness is simply the practice of paying attention to the present moment, on purpose, without judgment. That's it. It's about stepping off the mental treadmill of worrying about the future or replaying the past. Even just a few minutes a day can have profound effects. Studies show that a consistent mindfulness practice can actually change the structure of your brain. It can thicken the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for high-level functions like concentration and decision-making. It can also shrink the amygdala, the brain's fear and anxiety center. In other words, it makes you calmer, more focused, and less reactive. So how do you start? It's easier than you think. You don't need a special cushion or a silent retreat. Just find a quiet place where you can sit for 2 to 5 minutes without being interrupted. Set a timer. Close your eyes and simply bring your attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and then leaving your body. Your mind will wander. That's what minds do. You'll think about your to-do list, what you're having for dinner, or that awkward thing you said yesterday. That's completely normal. The real practice is gently noticing that your mind has wandered and, without any judgment, bringing your focus back to your breath. Think of it as doing a bicep curl for your attention muscle. Every time you notice your mind drifting and you guide it back, you're strengthening your ability to focus. Start with just 3 minutes a day. You can use an app like Calm or Headspace to guide you, or you can just use a simple timer. The key is to do it consistently, preferably at the same time each day. like right after you wake up. This small act of intentional stillness can create a sense of calm and clarity that ripples throughout the rest of your day, giving your brain the space it needs to function at its best. In today's economy, the ability to focus deeply and produce high-quality work without distraction is becoming increasingly rare, and therefore, increasingly valuable. Most of us spend our days in a state of shallow, fragmented attention, emails, social media, a dozen open browser tabs. This mode of working is incredibly inefficient and mentally draining. The antidote is to intentionally practice what author Cal Newport calls deep work. This means scheduling blocks of time where your sole focus is on a single, cognitively demanding task, free from all distractions. This kind of intense focus is like a high-intensity workout for your brain. It trains your neural pathways to stay on task, resist impulses, and process information more deeply. The more you practice, the better you get. It's not about working longer hours. It's about making the hours you do work count for more. One of the most effective methods for training this focus muscle is the Pomodoro technique. It's simple. You choose one task, set a timer for 25 minutes, and work on that task, and only that task, until the timer goes off. No checking your phone, no looking at email, no getting up for a snack. When that 25-minute timer rings, you've earned a short break, typically about 5 minutes. During this break, you must step away from your work. Get up, stretch, grab a glass of water. Look out the window. This allows your brain to relax and recharge before the next focused session. After about 4 of these 25-minute Pomodoros, you take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This technique is brilliant because it breaks down daunting tasks into manageable chunks and gamifies the process of staying focused. It respects your brain's natural rhythm of intense effort followed by rest. Ready to try it? Here's your action plan. Tomorrow, identify the single most important task on your to-do list. Before you start, turn off all notifications on your phone and computer. Close every browser tab that isn't essential for the task at hand. Set a timer for 25 minutes and dive in. When you get the urge to check something else, just gently remind yourself of your commitment and redirect your attention back to the task. Start with just 1 or 2 of these sessions a day. You'll likely be amazed at how much you can accomplish when you give your brain the gift of uninterrupted focus. Your brain thrives on novelty. Just like your muscles need new challenges to grow stronger, your brain needs new information and experiences to stay sharp and agile. The act of learning something new creates new neural pathways and strengthens existing ones. It builds cognitive reserve, a mental backup for resisting age-related decline. The best part, it doesn't matter what you learn, as long as it challenges you and holds your interest. When was the last time you tried something new just for fun? Not for work, because you were genuinely curious. Maybe it was learning a few chords on a guitar, trying to speak a new language, figuring out a magic trick, or diving into a documentary about a historical event. Active, engaged learning is like a full-body workout for your brain. It engages attention, it engages memory, it engages problem-solving. It keeps your mind flexible and prevents a mental rut. The habit isn't a PhD. It's lifelong curiosity and a small daily practice. 15 to 20 minutes a day can make a huge difference. Read a chapter of a non-fiction book. Use an app like Duolingo to learn a few words. Watch a short tutorial to learn a simple card trick. Watch a short tutorial to learn a new recipe. The possibilities are endless. Make learning stick. Engage actively. Don't just passively consume. After a tutorial, try it yourself. After reading, summarize the main idea out loud or write a sentence. Teach what you learned to someone else. That forces your brain to organize and solidify the info. What's one new thing you're curious about? Commit 15 minutes to it today. Your brain will thank you. We are fundamentally social creatures. For thousands of years, our survival depended on our ability to connect, communicate, cooperate. It's hardwired into our DNA. Meaningful social interaction is a powerful brain booster. Real back-and-forth conversation fires your brain on all cylinders. Listening, processing information, reading social cues, accessing memory for relevant stories, formulating your own thoughts. You can't get that from scrolling social media. Loneliness and isolation are detrimental to brain health. They act as a chronic stressor, increasing inflammation, raising risk of cognitive decline. Meaningful connection triggers oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Oxytocin reduces stress and fosters trust and well-being. A strong social network provides emotional support. That buffers stress's negative effects on the brain. It keeps you mentally engaged. It provides intellectual stimulation and new learning. Build the habit. Prioritize quality over quantity. Not hundreds of online friends. Nurture real-world relationships. Connect with people who lift you up. Pick up the phone and call instead of just sending a text. Make a plan for coffee or a meal. If you want to expand, join a group or class centered around a hobby you enjoy. Book club, hiking group, cooking class. A low-pressure way to meet like-minded people. Simple action. Think of one person you haven't spoken to in a while. Pull out your phone and call or send a message to schedule a catch-up this week. Even a 10-minute phone call boosts mood and brain. Don't let relationships wither. Actively water your social roots. Keep your brain healthy, vibrant, and resilient for years to come. We've covered a lot of ground here, from the foundational power of sleep and exercise to the cognitive benefits of mindfulness and social connection. It might seem like a lot to take in, but remember the simple promise we started with. Small habits, done consistently, deliver massive gains. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. That's not the goal. The goal is to choose one, just one, of these habits and integrate it into your life starting today. Perfection is not the target. Progress is. Your brain is not fixed. It's a dynamic, adaptable organ shaped by your daily actions. Every time you choose, a walk over the couch, a glass of water over a soda, or a real conversation over mindless scrolling, you are casting a vote for a sharper, healthier, more resilient brain. These aren't just one-off actions. They are investments in your future mental clarity and well-being. The cumulative effect of these small, positive choices is more powerful than you can possibly imagine. They build on each other, creating a positive feedback loop that makes each subsequent habit easier to adopt. So, here is your call to action. Pick one thing. Maybe it's setting a bedtime alarm to start a wind-down routine. Maybe it's committing to a 10-minute walk after lunch. Perhaps it's downloading a meditation app and trying a 3-minute guided breathing exercise. It could even be as simple as drinking a full glass of water first thing in the morning. Whatever it is, make it small, make it specific, and make a commitment to do it for the next 7 days. That's it. Just 1 week. I want you to share your commitment. Head down to the comments section right now and tell me which one habit you are choosing to start with. Sharing your goal makes it real and holds you accountable. And while you're there, read what others are committing to. My favorite tip is to start with hydration because it's so simple and has an immediate effect. I'll pin a comment with that tip, and I'd love for you to reply to it with your own favorite brain-boosting trick. Let's create a community of support right here. The journey to a better brain starts with a single step. Take yours now.